Okay, so we had to go on a small intermission. So now, we are putting our back eye on, and that is going to be for the sweet potatoes. We did not add any salt or anything because we don't want our potatoes to come out salty, as this is going to be a sweet side. So we have that going. Let me get my grains off of there. Our potatoes are now, I think you call it shucked, right? You shucking? I don't know. Our potatoes are peeled now, okay? And so we're going to dice those up, dice them pretty small. That way it's easy to mash up when we're done. Celery is being prepped as well right now. We're dicing that pretty thin. We will also saute it a little bit. That way it's just not uber hard in the oven, and that it, goes down. We're not going to saute it too much, but just a little bit so it's a little bit softer. Because it will be in the oven for a little bit longer afterwards. So, and then he's still doing that. Once he's done with chopping down the celery and the onions, we'll get the sauteing on that started. It looks like we have about 14 more minutes on this cornbread. Checking it out, it's rising pretty good. We're probably going to have more than... Yeah, you're probably going to need a lot more celery. Okay. And then also detailed that I forgot for the dressing, we are going to need some broth. Because I'm vegetarian, I am using vegetable broth. Walmart value brand as well. Cheaper to keeper. And so, oh yes, pricing, because she likes to be cheap. So luckily I caught these on sale, 48 cents a pound. It came out to be like $1.48 for all 4 thick potatoes, and that should do a decent sized pan, about this size for us. On that tip, that was again $1.48, which was like a steal deal. Caught the greens on sale. I just did one bundle. Again, it's not that many of us that we're feeding, but this was 48 cents at Walmart, which was a steal deal. Celery, got this for 47 cents. No, it's not old. I just think it's a sale. She doesn't do old food. But again, just the head, that little one strip thing should do us for our dressing. This we already had in our refrigerator. However, because it is vegetable broth and not chicken broth, it's more expensive than chicken broth. This is about $3. But again, we had that already in our refrigerator, which was great. Cornbread, Jiffy, of course. We did 4 boxes. It was 47 cents each. So she's trying to, maintain this budget. Also, even though we're not there yet, we'll just see. Brown sugar, got this for $1. Can't beat it. Usually brown sugar is like $3. This brand was $1. We got the 2-pound elbow mac for our baked mac and cheese. It's gonna be so good. And this was, I want to say, about $2 maybe. And we're probably gonna only need like 1.5 pounds, so we should still have a half a pound. And we have one already over there that was already done. So there's, we'd have some left over. The Velveeta cheese packages is what we have. This was $2, $3.99 if you go into the cashier thing. Self-scan, that's what's called. $4.99. Vanilla for our sweet potatoes. That was $1 at Walmart. The granola that we're going to be using is Nature Valley. This is great. I just have this for cereal as well. This is $3, but we're trying something different. We already had marshmallows, so that's also good. But I think this pack, because it's like the value size or family pack, it was like $1.97, so still on a budget. And that will conclude pricing for all of our things. Deviled eggs, I prefer brown eggs. However, I realized, because I was a vegetarian, but I realized that brown eggs, when you're peeling them after being boiled, it takes, it's harder to peel than white eggs. So we'll be using white eggs for that. But for our devil's eggs, as you guys will see coming soon, our ingredients for that will be relish. We'll have some seasoning salt, some mayonnaise, some mustard. Basically like what you would use for a tuna salad. But like I said, we'll get there and we'll see. He's still working on chopping down these veggies. I think that'll be good after that one. And then start on that onion. We'll start getting this down. Let me get my pan for that. Key components to cooking, I think you guys already know, but it's clean as you go. On those TV shows, you see that it's like all spotless afterwards and like they had no fucking dishes. That's not real. That's not realistic, especially if you're trying to relax after everything's done and you don't want to have to clean up afterwards because you have ungrateful men in your life that don't want to clean up for you. You are going to want to clean as you go. I'm not talking about you. I'm just saying, in general, relax, release. So yes, that's what you would want to do. We have a dishwasher, so we will be loading as we go. I'm sorry? Says the camera one time? Okay. Now this is actually good. So, the skillet's in. We're using oil. This is actually really convenient. It lasts pretty much like a good duration of time. $3 at Walmart. Pretty accurate with my pricing. I go to Walmart like all the time. But yeah, it lasts a good time. So we're gonna sprinkle a little oil in there, let that get hot a little bit, and then we'll wait for the sizzle on these veggies. Cannot wait. 9 minutes on that. He's starting the onion, which is great. Can you do the potatoes first before you do the onion?
Those can be sauce and the bread almost done, right?
Yeah, 9 minutes. Boom, boom, boom. We will start on mac and cheese, and our greens will be like one of the last two things that we do. This is when
This is how you make it real. Homemade.
Authentic.
This is how you really
Andrea style. No, definitely not. That stuffing shit is for the whites, and it's mad disgusting. I mean, that's a stereotype. All white people don't eat stuffing. I guess some like dressing too. But, you know, having croutons and shit in your shit is not cute, not good. I won't recommend it to nobody. But if that's your flavor, I mean, okay. I wouldn't. But anywho, this is going to be delicious. And she has a secret ingredient. I'm not going to share it with you guys because it's a secret for the dressing. But it makes it extra moist and extra good. So yeah, but I'm not going to share that. And yeah, I feel like though, if you're going to cook, if it's your first time cooking for the family or whatever the case is, or if you're not like really out there with cooking, because I know my first Thanksgiving meal I ever prepared was in 2012. And, you know, she had to Google and watch some videos, you know, but she got it together. And ever since then, she's been making Thanksgiving dinner ever. And, you know, you have to learn by, what is it? Learn by default? Is that what they say? What's the saying? Error by trial by error. You have to try to see what works, because definitely I was at the store and it was like it was my second time trying to do Thanksgiving, and I forgot what I had did the first time for the dressing, and I was asking this black lady at the store thinking she knew, like, oh girl, yeah, what should I use for the dressing? And she was like, oh, get you some cornmeal. And I'm like, okay, cornmeal. Look at that. It's coming together. I was like, okay, cornmeal for sure. You hear the sizzle on my veggies? Anywho, point is, it was not cornmeal. The cornmeal cooked bad. It was dry. It was a whiter texture. Let me just go back to this. This is a golden brown looking. Ugh, that's what that is. That fucking cornbread right there. And the cornmeal was the total opposite. The cornmeal, I'm telling you, it was white, it was dry, it was nasty. We did not even eat that shit. We ended up going to people's houses. That was when we was in Bartlett, remember? It was the worst. And I was just like, dang, I just made this bomb-ass dressing like 2 years ago, and then trial and error, people. Trial and error. That shit was not good. So, but I guess it's really whatever you prefer to do, or if you're used to working with cornmeal, then I guess you already got it down packed. But me per se, I prefer gist. when making dressing. Those are those kids.
They are.
I don't know whose kids they are, but they're in the house. So. And then, as you see, mind you, because I just jumped on to do a little chit chat with y'all while he was cutting down the veggies. But I kid you not, he's gonna try to take all the credit, like he cooked all the food, even though he's not cooking all the food. He hasn't cooked anything yet. He's just prepped. Fun fact. But you want to swoosh it around, get the smell. Can you smell it through the phone? Smell it, smell it, smell it. People, like I said, as a vegetarian, so I love the smell of it. I washed my hands and we're just eating it. What did Gary Owens say? His wife said they either came out of me or they came into me. So me touching my hands on the food should be okay. Can y'all close this door? I don't want y'all in the basement?
Please don't go there.
Because I don't want y'all in that basement. We got 4 more minutes. And hopefully, it's a lot in the pan, so hopefully this is about ready and for it should be. It's up high, so it'll be just the texture we want it. We need a you know, one of those white spatulas? We're just gonna, just so the ones on the top get the same mix. This is good. Yeah. Now, typically, for time purposes, ooh, them onions. Typically, she just gets the shit out the can because that works just as well. Colored greens, hello. And it's good. It's already mixed. It already has everything in there. But because she's vegetarian, she is trying to create her own. Now, she has been making cabbage lately. So if it's anything like making cabbage, she should be okay. If not, I'm still going to probably YouTube some stuff before I actually try to cook it. Ooh, them onions. It's yellow onion. You know, yellow onion to me, Spino, they usually burn your eye. Like, I can peel and chop red or white, and it's not like teary eye, but that yellow onion just does that to me. It's not cute. It's not cute at all. So, anywho, 3 minutes. 3 more minutes. It's gonna be delicious. And that's the thing about cooking, too, is you get to taste while you go. This should be good. It's already smelling some smells. Oh, I need to confirm that that sage is still up here. It is? Okay. Well, we're not, I think you should. I don't know. I'm going to let, once I pull out the cornbread, we got 2 more minutes. I'm going to let it stand for about a minute or so before I actually start to crunch it up. Because I usually do that with my hands. I do have gloves, so I guess I just use the gloves. But I usually do it with my hands. But it typically hardens your hands, of course. And I have other ingredients to mix in there, so I'm not going to do that. But I have a whole pack of these little cooking gloves. And they were 98 cents. Very convenient if you're coloring hair, perming hair, cleaning your house, cooking food. Very convenient. Yeah. Shop on a budget, people. And for 98 cents, I believe, I don't have the pack no more because I have them in a Ziploc bag, but they were like $150 in a count. So for 98 cents, I use them a lot though, especially from like cooking my kids' meat products for dinner or something. But yeah, they last long. Good duration of time. 14 minutes in, she's just been talking our ear off. You're welcome. Now he is okay. So before I get into what he's doing, I kind of already told y'all I'm gonna take this cornbread out. It has risen from the dead. It has stepped on something.